think that my giving journey with God started when I had first started coming to Box Hill, and there was another girl around my age who took me out to eat just to get to know me and catch up. I remember it so well because at the end of the meal, she paid for both hers and my share. And for me, what was normal is you split it, right? Even though that might be quite normal for people or for other Christians, that was so new to me at the time.
For as long as I can remember, I've always tithed as a little kid. I remember my mum making me do up a little budget for my $4 or $5 pocket money, and right at the top was 60 cents to go to the church. And at the time I kind of resented that a bit as a 5-year-old. I wasn't really all on board with seeing my money disappear that I could otherwise spend on lollies. But as I grew up, I didn't have a part-time job through high school, but when I finally started earning a wage when I left school, it was so ingrained in me to tithe that I didn't really think anything of it. It was also, I hadn't had any money, so to suddenly have this money, it wasn't really that hard to tithe. But for me, it always came back to this idea that I've committed my life to Christ. I've, committing my career and my actions. Why would that not also include my finances?
It can be really difficult for me to feel that I can give, considering especially being quite young and now I'm on a graduate's wage. I don't earn heaps and heaps, or that's how it feels anyway. I feel like in comparison to a lot of other people in our culture, in Western culture, I don't earn a lot. And especially because my personality likes to plan ahead, I can get quite anxious about what my future can look like. And so I think when it comes to hitting that barrier, feeling anxious about how I should be keeping or saving or spending my money, I actually choose to give more in those times.
Giving is probably something I don't really think about often enough. It's the first line item on my budget, and it's the first thing I do when I get paid. But it's sort of just become a bit of a routine. I never really think about it as what it is, as a sacrifice and as an act of worship. As a Christian, I want to see God's kingdom expanded. I want to see his love shown to people who need it more. And all of that requires money. So if I want to be a part of that, if I want to see that done, then I need to give my money towards that end.
I always have to go back and reflect on the fact that God is the one who provides for me. That everything that I have comes from him first. He breathed life into us. He made the ultimate sacrifice by dying on the cross so that we could be his sons and daughters. So I think it actually starts a step back when we talk about how to encourage others to give. I think it actually starts with a relationship with God, and then the rest comes with it.
It's really easy when talking about tithing and giving to just get into that mindset of 10% and then you're done, that's it. And you can tick that box and move on. But that's not what I see Jesus modelling in the Gospels. Christ was generous to people who needed it, to people who didn't deserve it, to people who did. That's such a clear guide to me of what my life should be like as a Christian. If I want to be more Christ-like, one of the number one things he was is generous and loving. And, that needs to be present in my life as well.
Once you have that perspective, I think the giving part becomes easy. So I guess my encouragement would be to look at God's character. Look at who God is, think about the gospel and what it means for you, the fact that Jesus died on the cross for you, and I think the rest of it comes easy.